So is that part of the peace that we're likely to see, the larger peace that we're likely to see
Frankly speaking,
in Rivers State that is one political family?
Frankly speaking, you are the one telling me this now.
Really?
I say you are the one telling me this, and you have not given me the names of who is the chairmanship here, that APC is the party. You have not told me anything. You have not made a general statement that if PDP is the chairmanship candidate, APC is the party. Give me an example. See this local government. See this local government. Obiakpo did what?
That's your local government.
Yes. Yes.
You were there. You attended the
Yes.
the party primary.
What happened? The PDP candidate.
The APC did hold any primary.
I'm not aware of that. How would I know? What's my business? Listen, why not be patient for research to publish those who are participating, those who are not, but before you jump to conclusion. Now, assuming though not conceding that what you are saying here is an alliance. What's wrong an alliance that will bring peace in a state? Assuming though not conceding. What do you like where you'll be having problems? No. Assuming that is even the arrangement. Would you not be happy that for once that politicians can sit to say, look, let us not do what do you call this syndrome of only you. The winner takes it all. So look, this is our state. All of us are from here.
I just asked that question.
No, I said assuming, though not conceding. I said assuming.
So you don't believe that is what
it's a simple English. I said assuming what they did is correct.
That not considering.
I'm not considering to it because I'm not aware. But I said assuming what they did, as you are saying, is correct. Will you not even be happy that that is taking them to use it to advance other states to emulate that?
Every Nigerian should be happy.
So, but if that is the case, I thought you should have said, if that is correct, then encourage them. But for now, okay. I am not aware.
Minister, if this were to be correct, like you had pointed out, this gentleman agreement between the PDP and the APC, from your standpoint, will it be beneficial or detrimental to the people of Rivers State?
If the people say this is what they want, how will it say whether it will benefit or detriment? They have, if that's what they have chosen, of course.
Is it the people or the politicians now?
The politicians are not people.
Well,
no,
they stand on different bases.
You make fundamental errors. You remember that when you say people, they are leaders of the people, right? In your family, for example, probably your family listens to you. Is that not correct? Is that not correct?
That's correct.
You hold family meetings. They say they look up to you. Is that not correct?
That's correct.
So, if you take a decision, it means to be beneficial for your people. You think, most of you think that politicians don't come from anywhere. I don't have a home. I'm coming. I don't have a village. I'm not from a community. I came from air. Do you know, as I go home, people come to ask me, what is our position? What do we do as regards to this? And I prefer what? This is my own thinking.
Okay, Minister, that's you, but can you really speak for all politicians who get into office and alienate themselves from the people? But my question really is still on local government elections. There are those who say, should the election go ahead as announced by RISEC, it will be a recipe for litigation for so many reasons.
Wow.
One, they say it is holding under a state of emergency, which is an anomaly. Yes. They also say the notice of election does not meet the statutory 90 days. It is 21 days. Are you not concerned? Plus, they also say, following my colleague, there's a pattern that has also emerged that your loyalists are emerging as the candidates of the chairmanship. It does look like your structure is back in place. What do you say to people like that?
I don't know who has defined who my loyalists are. But let me know the way for the fundamental question you ask. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. You know the problem I have in this country? People are used to television advocates. With all due respect, where you advocate law, it's not on television, it's in the courtroom. When the state of emergency was declared, they said it was illegal. How many of them have pursued the case till today?
Your party has.
Where is it? Have they pursued it? Have they pursued the case?
At the Supreme Court?
Have they pursued the case? Filing a matter for people to say we have filed a matter does not mean that you want to pursue the matter. With all due respect to you, you should play to the gallery. With all due respect. But let me come to the point. I have been quoting Supreme Court judgment. Who went to court over that Supreme Court judgment? It was we. When we went to court, people were advocating on television. When the judge gave that judgment, that the election should not hold because you don't meet the requirement. You came out on television lambasting the judge that the judge took bribe. Yes. The repetition that the judge took bribe. The matter went to Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal upturned that judgment, and the matter went to Supreme Court. The House Court of the Land now made a pronouncement and said the judgment of the lower court of the Federal High Court was right. Today it has become the law, is it not? It's not. So you are now quoting. All of them are now quoting. I even had INEC was quoting it. But ask INEC, during that matter, what was their position in court? Let me move further. He said, an emergency is an aberration, but allowed by law. The law knows of a period that will be an emergency situation. The Emergency Act of 1961, I'm coming, particularly Section 3 of that law, provides that every emergency, and then the Governor General then was not President, Governor General. And you remember, the 1999 Constitution gives the President the power to modify laws of colonial period or even the military. And that was when in 2004, under President Obasanjo, he now brought the modification law of 2004 under the Emergency Act and retained those provisions that under the emergency rule, the President can suspend, modify some aspects of the law. The President can modify, suspend some aspects of the law and allow the President to make a regulation that will guide the governance of the emergency areas. And that was why the President Bill Tinubu, based on the modification law of 2004, made by Obasanjo, now made the regulation. The first regulation, what you call emergency to conduct local government election, was made in June, no May, but was gathered in June, where the President said, look, emergency to conduct local government election. In order to bring back democratic structures in certain emergency areas, there's the need to suspend or modify the application of the Electoral Act of 2022, the application of the local government, River State Local Government Independent Law, the River State Local Government Law, and the River State Local Government Election Tribunal Law, and gave 90 days within which the election should be conducted in order to bring back democratic structures. Mind, it is only in the local government that there is no democratic structure, which was notified by the Supreme Court. Now, when you now say emergency, that they have no power to conduct election, how could anybody say so? You remember that Supreme Court said, where there's no local government, they cannot have access to funds from Federation account. Yes. And no governor can set up caretaker committee. Is it not correct? Yes. Now, because of the emergency rule, that judgment was set aside, was kept at the bench, and to allow the local government to access funds. And that's why they appointed sole administrator in local government. You also know the Supreme Court said, look, because there's no budget for the state government, they cannot have access to federation account. Now, assuming there's no emergency rule, would local government have access funds today? Would the state have access funds today? Certainly not. So the essence of the emergency rule becomes imperative. I'm coming.
I'm just conscious of that.
No, this one should take more of your time than any other one. Now, the president, in his wisdom, to bring peace and restore democratic governance in local government, came again with another regulation, which was signed in July, that this election must be conducted within 30 days because the president, from my understanding, does not want to extend the emergency rule. Because extending the emergency rule will not be palatable to the people. But then if you don't do local government election, and then you leave the emergency rule, how will local government now access funds? And when the governor cannot appoint caretaker committee based on Supreme Court judgment, and they cannot get money, is that not crisis in the local government? Is that not crisis? And the president said, look, we don't want this crisis again. While you are here now, conduct this election so that there will be democratic structure in the local government. So that as this emergency rule is being lifted, the governor comes, the assembly comes, right?
And
the assembly comes, and then they take care of the state. And then there's democratic structure in local government. And then they will have access to their funds. If you don't do that election now, the governor comes, the governor will give notice of 1 year by the Supreme Court judgment. And when you give notice of 1 year, you cannot set up a caretaker committee. And they cannot have access to the federation account. What happens in the local government?
All right, we understand all of
So,
that.
so
Sorry,
people
sir.
should, you see, people should, what if you don't have an idea? If you don't know anything, call people, what is this? What is this? It's not every day. Okay, why not challenges? Why not challenges? Emergency rule allows the president to make regulations, allows the president to suspend and modify some aspects of the law. And that's what he has done by suspending some aspects of the Electoral Act of 2022, which he has the power.
All right, Honorable